This has been the journey so far. In the Dead Kingdom, a tale of a merchant shrouded in mystery and smoke. A bell rang.
The woman approaches the target and distracts them. Then the bald man steps up behind the victim, and there really is no dignified way to describe this. Opens his trench coat wide, wraps it around the victim, and the victim...
Ready to go. Dad has his one of those to get him his money. Yep, weird. Do this. Yes, I just started cocaine. I don't know what it is. Oh, that's horrible. That's fucking horrible. Oh, really like washing it. Like literally physically knows what I've just learned.
All year, we're trying to iteratively be better than the day before so that we're ready for big events like last night.
Title, no one can blame you for assuming that the movie must be pretty wild. I mean, just look at all this action. You got chicks in bikinis with laser guns. What's that, a two-headed astronaut? Look at all the fighting and shooting and explosions in space. That looks awesome. I guess this must be the four-armed strangler. Down here is the guy collecting tiny people as dolls. Okay. And I don't know what the deal is with this guy. Hey, but I'm sure he's got to be important in some way. So, yeah, I bet he just can't wait for me to show you how wild this movie is. So let's get right to it. The film opens with a shot of a miniature city of the future. When I say miniature, I don't mean convincingly small. I mean you can practically see the price tag from the hobby shop still dangling off the rocket hub. The score accompanying this is a masterwork of unease, metallic hums, industrial clanking, and what sounds like someone rhythmically noises my refrigerator makes at 3 a.m. when I'm alone and questioning my life choices. So they hit the brake on the spaceship so that the astronauts can fly over to this space station that looks like it's hanging from a very obvious wire. But how do you know a space station wouldn't wobble around like this? Have you ever been to a space station? Probably not. The year, as we're told, is 2015, which was meant to feel impossibly distant in 1966. In the actual 2015, the most advanced technology most people owned was the phone that they used primarily to argue with strangers about stuff that doesn't really matter. This space station is Gamma 1, and inside we're introduced to Dr. Nermi, and he's in charge of the CBM, Chem Biomed, a research lab that contains transparent display cases arranged like a whole food jelly case designed by Hannibal Lecter. Our hero, the Hannibal also who has the emotional name of Turkey. Now when he visits Dr. Nermi's lab, the two of them immediately start kissing contest and such spectacular house of aggression that is fit to study in conflict resolution seminars. That's how this. Okay, so that's but it's also anyways, Nermi wants to go through his sales pitch about how tissue grafts and organ transplants will create a race of perfect men. Then all said and done will get like 7 minutes. Nermi points out they'll probably be using constant heat. This is our villain, though. And because, this time is going to kidneys and display cases and this is constant dinner. This bag, but if I have to, I'd at least feel comfortable knowing that it's at my place. There's no chance of powerful over us. And I know the chances of things leaving in the not into the organ is way it's not zero, and okay, so maybe goes on tour at the space station, and this is what we do. Lieutenant Tommy Gomez. He had a lot of communication and control officers, which sounds important. But you realize the primary function of this film is get drunk, get annoyed at your boyfriend, and then kidnap the person. He's the hero. He's stationed in Asia. He's a judo class, several officers. And he really wants his son to be the doctor. It's an expression that can only be described as someone stop. Also, among their students is Lieutenant Big Jackson, played by a 22-year-old Franklin Nero. Yes, that Franklin. And, okay, so, Sean Camelot appears and diagnosed me and show up at John Wick's concert too. But before all that, he's here in Wild Planet. Getting thrown back by the death zone. But why am I bringing this up? Well, how often do you get to see a t-shirt international film stuff get ragdolled across the gymnast in a low-budget Italian sci-fi? Not that often. Anyways, Jeremy and Rick were going to also like inviting someone to a dinner that you were invited to. Who are you to invite someone else? You don't know if they were invited or not. You don't know if they're welcome. Plus, that's turtleneck. I mean, this guy's got stuff. The dinner scene of Board Game of One, where Wild Planet reveals his secret identity in the workplace romantic drama that Franklin wants to make the translation film, and where financial stability is damaged with son, and then in vice versa, this is his experimental facility, and the planet itself is great for it as a lovely vacation getaway, which is really not what, and we look at who knows what he's got going on with that experiment, so he's got to be wrong. He's a great person, working on the Congress that is family, as well as visibly the bullshit, also. And then mentioned the nervous, the organ harvesting megalomaniac, and that's how the boyfriend treats her like one of the boys. This was a decision roughly on college. Thinking about your landlord for the guy who just offered you a great deal on a timeshare. We now arrive at what is the best question. Still most memorably insane element of Wild Planet. And in a film where the competition for that title is fear, and the culture, it promised a lot. So basically what's happening is people across the world understand so-called important scientists, general world. Nobody knows how, but the film now shows us the multi-million film concept wherever. The objective is working hair, glamorous woman, all hair, all heavy makeup, looking like a body girl and a long revelation of a better movie. Accompanied by a tall, bald man with young sunglasses and a long black haircut. The woman opposes the company and distracts them. Then the bald man steps up behind the victim and there really is no dignified way to go. Opens his friends so wide, wraps it around the victim and the victim. Yes, the primary motive of villainy is Joseph Watson. Then, in split black tranquility, sliding up to unsuspecting citizens and spreading their coats open to envelop them. The visual is popularly noted with unintended meaning that he's trying to someone who had a maybe you were making it up. And it's actually not. So you're probably wondering what's going on here. Well, whenever one of these bald guys attacks someone, they get shrunken down to the size of a doll, and then they're put in a cage so that they can be transported to Dr. Murphy's facility, used as part of his genetic program. Okay, so later they started on this guy, Dr. Free, but the abduction goes wrong, and the process was interrupted by Dr. Free's grandfather, leaving him roughly half his normal size. He's still wearing his full-grown man clothes, which now hang off of him like a child wearing his father's suit to a job interview, and he falls into a deep coma. And quite frankly, the most reasonable response anyone has to anything in this movie. Obviously, this scene is actually really funny, and the film treats it with such deadly seriousness, which only makes it funnier. So now the mission's all screwed up. They boxed it. So the granddaughter's gotta go. Female agent compound that dissolves human tissue instantly, because of course it does. In the future, women's accessories double as chemical weapons.
C'est doing it,
So the next time you want to
det är så här, det finns how to fuck out to work. It's just all wrong woman. A modern woman with modern needs. Let's get it down, baby. Let's get groovy.
broad daylight, and through a continuity error so brazen it qualifies as performance art, suddenly we think that night. Just look at this. This is how it's actually cut. The chase car goes off in embankment, shown via an obvious miniature model on what is clearly a model railroad scale road. This with a huge explosion that suggests the car was somehow carrying the effect of jet fuel. Anyway, this is when they find someone containing doll-sized people with their windows still intact. I mean, this is the scene where they tell Halsted that they have a body in one of the walls that biological building there. Halsted figures that Derby is involved somehow because, you know, he likes weird stuff with body parts. But Derby has already left. So Halsted barges into the apartment of Derby's agent, complete with a bookshelf that doesn't seem very practical, but what do I know? And so begins one of the funniest fight scenes I've seen in a long time. You've got people throwing themselves through the air. Hey, how about this move? Yes, pushing the arm down. That usually works. I have to say though, the fight choreography is much better than anything else in the film.
Yeah.
Spaceship, which has a ladder that you can climb aboard, and obviously the very bad guy. Halsted starts killing the bad guys with his flame gun, even though these guys died pretty easily. And I have to say, you call it taking to kill them, and after the bad guys, I gotta ask, what was the plan here? What was the plan? Run into assembles a rescue force, and they blast off for Delphus in a ship that is, and I say this with the utmost affection, one of the most wonderfully primitive spacecraft models ever committed to build. This thing looks like it was built from scraps of cardboard and a prayer. But when the rescue force arrives at Delphus, Nervi is ready for them. These guys are captured and trapped inside a box as soon as they set foot on the planet. Nervi basically turns into a Bond villain and tells Halstead that before he kills him, he tour of the place. I always found this funny. The bad guy is like, I'm going to kill you, but first, I'm going to tell you everything I'm going to do. This having the details of my evil plan satisfied me. First, constitutionary. Very med-like devices restore the shrunken victims to full size. So, bad guys trick people, transport them in suitcases, and then unshrink them at the destination. And I don't really understand why they're doing this. I mean, they're transporting the four-armed clone without any problem. And it's just the same method for transporting full vessels. Don't really use the bottles, they're in a rag, and you're good. At one point, Nervi shows him the rejection room, which contains Nervi's failed experiment. Rejection and test subjects look like they wandered in from a Lovecraft adaptation running on half the Lovecraft adaptation that already had or
You poor soul.
still intense as more, but plays more like a very pleasant test. There's also the Hall of Mirrors. Nervi leads Halstead through a literal Hall of Mirrors while drawing some kind of
Welcome to my hall of mirrors. Oh, she's been locked away. Oh, that's why she went at the foot of the bed. That's why Binky had to be down there. I don't know what I did wrong, Marvin. Oh. I thought Barbara's lip was swollen then. Oh, they were battling like little fuckers. Oh, that was 2 o'clock in the morning. So let's hold on to Meg. It's like Meg was like there where she's looking around. She could like, when she goes down there, everything goes out of control in it. Yeah, we'll have to set the fan back up. I think the heat's here to stay in it. Oh! Oh yeah, that sounds gross. Yeah, that just sounds gross, doesn't it? We're gonna be like, Virgin, baby, me and your girlfriend. Dirty wild animal. I ain't no future scientist, how dare you, Becky? Gosh, like I dressed. Oh.
This is the villain equivalent of, I'm not a monster, I'm a visionary.
I'm not a monster, I'm a visionary, baby.
What if I surgically myself to my girlfriend? That way she could never leave. So let's review the complete 10-step Nervi business plan. 1. Build organ display case. 2. Create full-on small clone army.